first storyteller coming to the stage, Carrie Ann Angrisani. She is, I don't need to introduce her, but thank you for the love and the support. I love it. Very nice. They love you already. Carrie Ann Angrisani is a transformational and leadership coach. She's a speaker, CEO of Shelter Within Coaching. She assists highly sensitive professionals to lead with confidence, clarity, while sidestepping anxiety and overstimulation, overwhelm, and putting themselves on hold. She's created a movement to get perceived weakness of being sensitive, not as a weakness, but rather reclaiming it as a superpower. Friends, please welcome to the stage our first storyteller, Carrie Ann Angrisani.
Thank you, Christoph. Thank you, judges. I'm so happy to be here. There are moments when life feels like just too much, like I just can't take one more thing. I think I've had about 300 of those in the past year. How about you all? Anybody relate to that? Yeah, gratefully, I have a lot of support and help, and there are the messages from my gurus and shaman, and especially my family and loved ones, come back to me at just the right moment when I need it the most. I call it my intuition, and this happened to me last year. So I was hiking in the mountains of northern New Mexico, and I was on a 5-day solo camp retreat. And I was coming up to the top of the mountain, and I was soaked with sweat, and my knees were shaking, and my back was on fire with the weight of this 50-pound pack, like digging into my shoulders. And not to mention the weight of the emotional and mental baggage that I'd been carrying. I come here to escape 6 months of COVID lockdown and the emotions of everyone else. I didn't know what was mine and what was anybody else's anymore. And I was really struggling. I had dark thoughts just plaguing me. And I got to this clearing where I saw this big dead tree. And I just paused. And the skeleton of this tree was just no life in it at all. And the death that in the tree was mirroring the death that I was feeling inside. I remembered that I had this paracord still in my sack, and I was already feeling like I had a noose around my neck. What was one more step? Could it hold me? Would it work? How painful would it be? Would it happen suddenly, or would I suffer? I stood there, what felt like hours, just looking at this tree until the weight of the pack just took me down and I fell on the ground. I began to cry, and I'm like, I'm the helper. I help everyone else. What the hell is going on? And why am I feeling this dark and this bad? And what are these thoughts? And I didn't realize how much I had been carrying until I got out into the quietness of nature, into the solitude of nature. So I set up my tent, shook it off. I set up my tent and slept. And during the night, I had a dream. 2 visitors came to visit me in the dream. And my dad and an ex-lover had come to meet in the dream. And both of them were expressing their sorrow and their apologies. They were making amends. These are two people that had died years ago and had caused me great pain. And in the dream, they were apologizing, and their words of love just washed over me. And I began to feel the release of this old stuck emotions that I'd been carrying for so long, that had been activated by the whole COVID mess, I guess. And so I, in my mind, in the dream, as these words washed over me, I began to see the tree coming to life. The tree was coming to life. It was starting to flower. And so I continued to sleep. I woke up in the morning, and between sleep and wake, I was like, was that real? What was that dream about? What were the messages? And then I realized that all the messages were starting to come together. And I heard all of these voices. If you're contemplating suicide, you're killing the wrong person. It's a permanent solution to a temporary problem. Just stick around and you'll find that the things that are so bothering you right now, such a burden right now, maybe they aren't even yours. I stepped out of the tent and the tree looked completely different. It wasn't alive again, but it looked different in the morning light. But I was alive and life was flowing through me. So we are spiritual beings having this physical, emotional experience, right? We feel each other, we feel others' emotions. And it's okay to feel each other's emotions, but you don't have to carry around everybody else's stuff, their packs. We can put it down right now. I invite you to put it down right now because you matter. Your life has value. You have worth. And now is your time to put it down and shine. So thank you.